Good morning, Warrior First 931. I'm your host of the show, Kelly Walker Slaughter. We are live at Juicy's Wellness and Cafe. And as always, I appreciate each and every one of you coming in today. Now, I do want to start off the show, and I do apologize. We're hoping that she still can come in. My thoughts and prayers are with Vanessa Miller this morning, as she had an accident this morning. She's okay, but she's got to go and go to the doctor right quick, and then she's going to come back. Hopefully she can come to us and we can talk about the in-depth talk about the ongoing concerns and questions with the citizens in the city and county that are affected by city water. We did, Warren First was there. We were there live. And hold on just one second. I just realized I need to clean that off for you guys. We were there live on Tuesday night at the public hearing meeting for the first reading of the storm water utility fee. Now, with that said, hello, Miss Tina from Our Coffee. Yes, please send prayers to Vanessa. Hopefully, it's just something minor and it's nothing too big. But we will talk more about it because we were there live. I will want to mention this a few times throughout the show. If you want to see the complete version of the public hearing to the meeting itself, I did just realize that they don't go live of the public hearing comments through the City of McMinnville government's page. So luckily, I was there to get the public comments on that end, so you guys can see that live on that. But then you can see them talking a little more clear and a lot better sound. I think they got it through Ben Lomond, not positive, but the way they have their camera set up, it was really good. You can go back on the YouTube feed and watch them discuss the topic a little more further, but they didn't talk too much about it because one of the aldermen was not present that night, and so you'll see that. We'll talk more about that coming up. But right now, I do want to do a quick uh, jump in with our weather. Morning, Ryan. Honorable Ryan J. Moore is here, y'all. Judge. He's getting his thing, but right now it is time for Reddit Ground Force. They are a community weather sponsors. We want to thank them for all that they do and then some. And right now we are at 40 degrees in downtown McMinnville. Here is your weather forecast. I do apologize as I don't have my good and trusty servant Brian with me this morning. But right now it is 40 degrees in downtown McMinnville. Today's high is going to be 51. Tonight's low is going to be 29. Lows. Thank you. Today will be partly cloudy. Conditions expected around 12 p.m. Wind gusts are going to be up to 15 miles per hour today. As it continues on, it's going to be sunny right now, but after 12 o'clock, you're going to see the clouds come in. So enjoy the sun while you can. As far as the next 7 to 4 day forecast, this weekend, expect on Saturday and Sunday 40 to 90% chances of showers. I don't want to see thunderstorms and showers just as bad as you guys do, but as a nurseman's daughter, the rain is a good thing. There's a song about that. But on Saturday, there's a 40% chance, and on Sunday, there is a 90% chance of showers. So, and as you can see on the Weather Channel, we got right here for you guys, blowing it up. Right now, even though it's 41 outside, it feels like, because of that wind that is coming in, it feels like 38 degrees. But I'm telling you, with that sun out, it is so amazing. Enjoy it while we can. Let's see. I was going to see if I can get the radar, but here we go. Here we go. So as you can see right here on tomorrow's temp is the high 62. Tomorrow night's low is 35 and sunny conditions with a 2% rain chances, but nothing to worry about. Saturday, of course, cloudy right there. Sunday, got the rain coming in for sure. And this is two different weather analysis, one from my app and one from here. But again, just be cautious, be wary, and make sure you wear the proper boot attire. We're going to take a quick word break from our sponsors, and when we get back, we're going to talk more things of what is going on here in the Warren County community. And remember, Warren County, keep it first.
This is Chris Chalfant, owner of Reddick Brown Ford, right here in Morrison, Tennessee. In the nursery capital of the world, you need a truck that works as hard as you do. At Reddick Brown Ford, we understand growers, landscapers, and nursery owners because we serve Warren County every single day. From Ford Super Duty trucks to dependable commercial fleet, we help you haul, tow, and grow your business with confidence. Our team also knows your industry, your season, and your bottom line. So when it's time for your next work truck, don't go far from home. Reddick Brown Ford, proud to support the nursery community. Veteran owned and operated right here in Warren County.
Welcome to our coffee drive-thru located at 601 Beersheba Highway, McMinnville, or give them a call at 474-1776. At Our Coffee, we pour love into every cup of coffee we serve. Welcome to our coffee drive-thru located at 601 Beersheba Highway, McMinnville.
Don't know what to eat? Have you tried Cumberland Biscuit Company or Tops Frozen Yogurt and Metro Deli? Down on Main, you can enjoy pizzas and sandwiches, weekly combo specials, soups, salads, and finish it up with Tops Frozen Treats. On the weekends, check out Cumberland Biscuit Company's unique dishes like the Twisted Goat Burger or the Bambushka Burger. For lunch or dinner, get the experience of going out of town right here in McMinnville, down on Main. Follow Tops and Cumberland Biscuit Company on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram.
When you need help with your medical needs, who are you going to call? At Stacy's Wellness Pharmacy, you're not just a number, you're a part of our community. When you call Stacy's Wellness Pharmacy, you'll get a live person to help answer your medical questions. In a hurry? Try our convenient drive-thru. Not able to get out? We offer free delivery within the city limits. Stacy specializes in Mr. Stewart's over-the-counter and prescription cough syrups. Need to transfer your prescriptions? It's no trouble to transfer to Stacy's, where people care and wellness matters. Stacy's Wellness Pharmacy is located at 485 North Chancery Street, or give them a call at 474-0600.
Hey, this is Kevel at the Cafe at Tree City, and I'm happy to say that you can now order all of your favorite espresso drinks online for pickup or curbside delivery. And you can do that by getting on Google, searching the Cafe at Tree City and just clicking online order, or follow our social channels and click on the link in our profile. Come enjoy a drink with us inside for pickup or to go. Hope to see you all soon. Thanks.
Welcome back, Warren First 9 through 1. I'm your host of the show, Kelly Walker Slaughter. Yes, flying solo this morning. Brian is working so diligently with his second job at the hospital, so hopefully he's getting all the snoozes he can this morning. One thing I do want to bring up before we start talking about this upcoming subject, first and foremost, right now, flu, COVID, the cold, all of this is coming up. So the best thing, remember guys, when the weather is getting hot and cold, is to take care of yourself. And at Stacy's Wellness Pharmacy, you can do such that. And if you have not got your flu shot and you're still looking for somewhere to go get it taken care of, go to Stacy's Wellness and Pharmacy. They can hook you up with the flu shot, as well as one thing I do remember Brian was telling me like yesterday before he went into work. See you, Brian. Oh, you got to come back. When if you're got like flu-like symptoms and things like that, or strep, Stacy's Wellness and Pharmacy can hook you up with a test. So if you want to beat the lines at the clinics or the hospital, and you just want to go in there, and if you test positive, they can give you medicine to help you. So I've done it before at other pharmacies as well. So again, if you are needing a flu test, go to Stacy's Wellness and Pharmacy. Get yourself taken care of. Even if you go in and, one of your kids have it, you need to go get tested as well as first the household, so you can be preventative when this comes at you, because the flu season is becoming very prevalent. And so also don't forget to wash your hands, use your elbow when sneezing and or coughing, things like that. And always make sure to keep your house clean. We were talking about last night at the Galentine's event that I attended with with the moms and the daughters. We were talking about how back when we were in high school, we would used to like spray our perfume and walk in it like this. And now with us being moms and teachers and, people that are in the public, we get the disinfectant spray and we spray and we just go into that. just to make sure that we are taken care of. But again, check out Stacy's Wellness and Pharmacy. If you think your family or somebody in your family is having some flu-like symptoms, you can go get a test done right in the comfort of the pharmacy. So it's very helpful. With that said, going on to the next thing, I wanted to just recap of what's going on here at Juicy's Wellness and Cafe. Right now, I can hear the juices are flowing, the juice machine's going. India and Mary and Cindy and all them are cooking up a storm. I can already smell the amazing food. If you are a huge chili cheese, Frito pie fanatic like myself, you've got to come and try the healthy choice of a Frito chili cheese pie here at Juicy's Wellness. Now, if you just want the chili, they said you can ask for just chili, especially on this like semi-cold brisk of a day with cornbread. Okay, is that with the both of them or with the chili? Just the chili. Okay, if you get just chili, you can get a piece of cornbread. Which let me tell you, if you get the cornbread, you will not be upset. You will not be upset. But also too, I heard them talking about it. I am a huge brownie fanatic. I love brownies as well, and I heard that sending them Brussels up some brownies as well as a nice little juicy dessert. So make sure you come out here and check those amazing options here at Juicy's Wellness and Cafe. Because if you're like me and you're trying to stay on that healthy path, and I'm not saying you got to eat healthy foods all the time, guys, because I know sometimes it can get very cost effective. But at the end of the day, you do you, boo. And if you're like me, I do a little mix of things. I eat mostly healthy food, but then I splurge once or twice a week on something extra. Okay. So, and Juicy's Wellness and Cafe is always my one-stop shop each week for juices and the food. And I know our coffee, Miss Tina, loves them just as much as I do. So, again, come on, check out what you need. And if you're trying to fight the cold and the flu and things like that, I think it's called the Vampire Slayer, right, India? Is that what it's called? Vampire Slayer? Yep. Cold, flu, sinus. If you feel like you got a balloon head, a helium balloon head, you need to come and get one of those suckers because they will save your life. Okay. But going into what is going on, I have forgot to mention this, but it is just kicking up, so I'm not too far behind on it. Right now, the Chamber of Commerce has opened up its annual banquet awards nominations. Now, this you can email. It's coming up jwoods@warren10.com, and the by February. Good Lord, my contacts haven't kicked in, and I'm like, whatever. The 18th. So you have, and from now until next Wednesday. So next Wednesday is your cap for the awards. And here's just some of the awards to mention. You got the Phyllis Prater Distinguished Citizen Award. You got the Edwin Parton Realtor of the Year Award. You have Free Enterprise Award. And you also have the Employer of the Year Award. And that's just to name a few. But when you go to the link below, as you guys are going to see this now, this is where you can do your nominations. Right here, the past annual banquet winners from back then, and it gives it from all the way back to 1987 and 1990. I'm seeing all these awards because each award has brought something different. They have a community impact. They have the Ambassador of the Year, Employer of the Year, the young Entrepreneur of the Year. And I have to give a shout out to me and Raven Young, as we have been the first two to kick this off and start it. She was in 2023. I was in 2024. If you know of somebody out there, I don't know why you can't see it. Hold on. Add. What's it going to do now? There you go. So what you guys are seeing is the website of, let me get back to where I can say, there it is. Okay. So this is the, our Warren County, McMinnville Chamber of Commerce annual banquet past winners so you guys can see who's won what in years past. And then if you want to nominate, you just email that email, and we'll go back to it right here. So now you can see it. I apologize. I thought you could. But the annual banquet awards nominations are open right now. So if you know somebody that fits any of those 6 categories, you can nominate them by emailing her, the president of the McMinnville Warren County Chamber of Commerce, jwoods@warren10.com. Okay. So again, I love it. You get to view past members as well. So, I love how people just get, they don't need to win every year, but they get shuffled around on different stuff as well. But I just like it how everybody is recognized in their own little light at this event. And so that is one amazing event that is coming up on March the 27th. So March the 27th is the award show. And of course, you also got to buy your tickets for that event as well. So help us recognize the businesses and individuals who demonstrate outstanding dedication, innovation, and impact within our community. So the deadline is February the 18th. The email, once again, is jwoods@warren10.com. Subject line, award nominations. And then please note, you must be a McMinnville Warren County Chamber of Commerce member to nominate a business and or individual for the award. We look forward to celebrating excellence in our community for this annual banquet. And it is also, correct me if I'm wrong, they're going to let me know, it is a luau theme. So again, it is going to be the coldest luau I'm aware of, but let's do it. Hey, use your imagination. I cannot wait to see everybody's outfits and then some. Let's see. Also, we want to say a big thank you to everybody that nominated for our best Warren County sports couple. We are still, okay, I want to share this with you guys as well, because we had over 101 nominations for this. We wanted to feature this in our Pioneer Playbook Valentine's edition. But with that said, the whole reason of getting these sports couples is we are coming up with a fun game, and I don't care to tell you guys what it is because you heard it here first. But we wanted to do a fun and exciting game. Sorry, I had to move that. A fun and exciting game. Y'all remember like the dating game back in the day where how well do you know your spouse or your partner? So that's what we wanted to do on the Pioneer Playbook. But unfortunately, due to rescheduling and stuff, we will be pushing our Valentine's edition episode on the 21st of February because 2 of our couples will not be able to make it this weekend. And so we are pushing the date back to next Saturday. And if we have to do a pre-record, we'll do a pre-record because due to wrestling matches, the cheer and the dance team with national championships, grandparents and babysitters had surgery and they're out sick. We are dealing with that here as well. And so with that said, we're going to push back the Pioneer Playbook from not this Saturday, but to next Saturday, okay? Because we want to make sure that we get all our contestants in happy and healthy. So we're going to take another quick break from our sponsors, but when we come back, we got more things to come. We're going to talk all about the Warren County community calendar and events that are coming up as well. And remember, Warren County, keep it first.
Dining in or taking out, we've got something for everyone.
From our mouth-watering brisket, baby back ribs, juicy ribeye steaks, specialty sandwiches, and fried chicken tenders, your taste buds are in for a treat.
Don't forget our weekly specials. Monday, spaghetti or hamburger steak. Tuesday, meatloaf or barbecue chicken pork. Wednesday, pork loin or Salisbury steak. Thursday, smoked chicken halves or country fried steak. Friday, fried catfish or Cajun catfish on rice.
Whether you're feeding hundreds at a company picnic or meeting a friend for lunch, you can count on Praters to satisfy your taste buds.
Call us at 635-2259 and taste the tradition at Prater's Barbecue. 30 years of excellence.
Get It Done Auction Company, the Donald Hillis Realty and Auction Company. In business since 1991, they specialize in residential and commercial real estate with emphasis on farms and land. They can help you with estate settlements, business liquidations, and farm dispersals, including land, livestock, and equipment. Donald Hillis Realty and Auction Company, representing more and more families in estate auctions each and every day. Call 473-7774 or visit DonaldHillisRealty.com. Firm 2273.
At Reddick Brown Ford, we're all about serving our Ford and Lincoln family. Enjoy our unbeatable oil change specials. Just $34.95 up to 6 quarts for synthetic blends and $119.95 up to 13 quarts for diesels. No appointment necessary. Plus, we offer convenient pickup and delivery services for everything from oil change to rapid repairs. Need battery replacements or wipers? We've got you covered with our mobile service.
This is Jonathan Beavers. I'm the
Check out our new service department. We have 2. Call or text us at 931-668-2177. Experience transparency and carefree service like never before. Your satisfaction is our priority. We want to be your number one local go-to dealership.
Fall is here, and it's the perfect time for planting. Visit Randall Walker Farms at 8240 Manchester Highway in Morrison, Tennessee. From fresh plants to seasonal favorites, we have everything you need to beautify your home or project this fall. Available for both retail and wholesale. Looking for something sweet? Don't miss out on our delicious frozen blueberries. Stop by and see us 6 days a week, Monday through Friday from 7 a.m. to 5 p.m. and Saturday from 7 a.m. to 12 p.m. For more information, call 931-635-9535 or email rwalkerfarms@benlomond.net. Get ready for fall with Randall Walker Farms, where fall planning begins.
Welcome back, Warren First 931. I'm your host of the show, Kelly Walker Slaughter. We are live at Juicy's Wellness and Cafe. Once again, I do apologize. We may still have a special guest. She's supposed to let me know closer to time, but Vanessa Miller is hopefully going to get to come on with us and talk to us about the stormwater utility fee meeting that happened over Tuesday night. And then also, just to continue on the talk, we do have one of the aldermen scheduled in to come next week to also speak to us about, the questions and concerns that they heard at the meeting this past week. And if you are not able to be at this past Tuesday's public hearing, essentially, they are considering to do a stormwater utility fee that will involve you, the taxpayer, to have another fee added on, whether you're a homeowner, a renter, and so forth. But we are going to go through that with a little more in-depth talk when I get Vanessa in here. They do have a website you can look up as well on the City of McMinnville government's page that you can get all the details on that. And it kind of breaks down the most frequently asked questions and things like that. You can also watch a 2-part series. Part 1 is where I was, and I went live with the public hearing comments from the concerned citizens like myself and you guys that watch the show. And then I've played the second part of the live video of the City of McMinnville government meeting, the full court meeting that they had, talking about everything and then some, which also included the stormwater utility fee. So, because I didn't realize, I thought when I went back home I could just copy and paste the public hearing, but they don't go live with those. So luckily I'm glad that I was there to record that, so you can see what people in your community, in our town, are very much concerned with. Because the statement that I did make about, and I want to go back to it when I say it, because I want to make sure I quote it just right. the huge majority of that night of the people that were very curious about this utility fee for stormwater damage, essentially, it was a packed house that night at City Hall as residents showed up in force to raise concerns and ask questions about the proposed stormwater utility fee. And when I say packed, the room was so completely full. The fire marshal was there and told us that they only allow 49 people in that room. And anybody else that got in that room had to wait in the hall. And so, with that said, I think that this next meeting that is coming up, because they did pass it, so there wasn't a true first reading to my knowledge, and that's why we're going to get with Alderman to kind of break it down with us about the rules, but they didn't vote on it. So, because they said that Raul Chastain said because there were so many questions and concerns that were brought up that need to be answered in a timely fashion, that he wanted to pass it or postpone it to the next meeting. So I don't think, as far as the logistics go, about because when they pass a new proposed fee and things like that, it has to pass 2 readings, and this was going to be its first reading, but due to all the questions and concerns and the absence, I do believe, as there was an alderman not there available as well, that they passed it on to the next meeting so they can have full court with the alderman and the mayor, as well as encouraging people to come out to the next meeting. Now, I don't know if it's going to be on the next agenda. Good morning. But I do know the next meeting for the mayor and alderman is going to be on February the 24th. And I'm hoping that it is on there, but I want you to mark your calendars now in case of that, the meeting is going to be happening that night, because the agenda will not be announced until prior to, it's that Thursday or Friday prior to the meeting, so that, you can look at the packet and things like that. But again, with that said, please, if you live in the city of McMinnville, or you have city water here in McMinnville, this proposed stormwater utility fee is going to be determined by your elected officials. And if you have a question or a concern, or you don't want it to happen, or if you do want it to happen, you need to call your alderman and your mayor, message them, and let them know if you're for it or against it, or if you have questions about it. Okay? No different than when I have encouraged people to call the county commissioners when there was issues like, the Warren County, or I keep calling it Warren County, the County Powers Act. And people came out and showed up, as well as called their county commissioners to let them know where they lie. But with that said, continuing on, excuse me, I have a dry throat this morning. But some of the comments that were made last night during the discussion, Mayor Raul Chastain asked the aldermen to push the item to the next meeting to allow more time to answer questions and address the concerns raised by the public. And Alderman Kerry Morton responded that, given the number of people who showed up in tonight's meeting, it felt like residents were looking for the answer tonight, and that delaying the vote might not be the best move. Then Alderman Rachel Kirby agreed with Mayor Chastain, supporting the decision to push the proposal to the second reading so questions could be properly addressed. City Administrator Nolan Ming was there, of course, reminded attendees that there is an informational website available explaining stormwater utility fees, including the pros and the cons, and for anybody wanting to learn more about the proposal itself. So, and again, from the public comments, one message, again, I can say for a fact was clear and repeated: taxpayers do not want to spend more money. One speaker struck a chord by questioning whether creating a separate stormwater department would mean new jobs, new buildings, new equipment, and asking who was handling these issues before this structure, or this new structure, is necessary. Who was handling the stormwater issues beforehand? Because he did make up a great point that we're trying to spend less money. That is what has been very relevant across the city and the county as far as what they're portraying. But when you hear stuff like this, for me, when you hear stuff that potentially a new structure may have to happen or develop, you're creating new jobs. That means new a new building, new employees. The employees alone are going to need salary, insurance. You also got new equipment. But one other thing that was really clear, but it wasn't addressed, so I'm hoping in this next meeting they will address it, is the fact of, and I want to say Joe Schofield brought it up, or sorry, Joe Schofield brought it up, and he said, and if you don't know, if that name sounds familiar, you don't know what I'm talking about, he is with Main Street Live. He does a lot of the emceeing for those bands, so you can't miss him. The tallest guy in the world to me. But with that said, he made up a lot of amazing good points too. Everybody that came up on the stage, including myself, had great questions, great concerns. But one thing that Joe brought up that a lot of people said a lot in that meeting, as far as the public comments goes, is where is the data that can back up these prices or back up how much things are cost? And one question was like this word called impervious. If this, which essentially means, and I want to make sure I give you the right definition because I had to look it up too. I'm not going to be no stranger to this. Excuse me, y'all. This is what happens when it gets hot and it's cold. It's hot and then it's cold. So impervious means not allowing water or other liquids to pass through. When you hear it in the stormwater utility fee discussion, it's just usually refers to impervious surface areas where rain cannot soak it into the ground. So, when we see, if you drive all around, you notice that there is rain that's still standing, like, oh my gosh, it's a man-made pond, right? So examples of impervious surfaces are roofs, driveways, parking lots, sidewalks, and buildings. And Miss Tina says, I'm sorry, this may be me misinformed, but is there damage that has created this to be something that needs to be implemented? So from Tina, from Miss R. Coffee's response, essentially, to my knowledge, there is a lot of areas in the Warren County city area, the city of McMinnville, that have a lot of impervious areas. And it's not just like businesses and churches and things like that. This is also subdivisions, homes, residential homes, renters' homes, which was brought up. We had a real estate agent up there talking about how they already have to implement these. There's certain fees homeowners already have to pay, and it's already so expensive. As a homeowner myself, it's already expensive that tacking on another fee, I don't know if you're going to get any new people coming into the community because of all these excessive fees. And the other thing that I did find that was very interesting about this is if we as taxpayers start paying this fee, we could potentially, because I got to do some more research on it, we could potentially miss out on potential grants that can help us with stormwater impervious areas. Because once the city takes that off their hands and moves it to the taxpayers, well, then you can't get grants after that. So my thing is, and it also was brought up in the meeting that night, was have we looked into grant funded to help pay for these impervious areas? And that's a couple of the questions that need to be brought up because, we as taxpayers, you can see in that meeting that night, because there was over 49 people there in that meeting, that this is very concerning. It's very alarming. Why, again, I can't remember, was it this year? No, or it was last year or this year. We just got our property taxes raised 10%. Thank you. I need to be correct. This is why Vanessa needed to be here. I'm about to get India over here. Just sit by me. But we just got a 10% increase in our property tax. And for whatever reason, okay? And I understand as the economy is getting better and things are flowing and stuff, I understand as a homeowner, as a taxpayer, things need to go up a little bit, but going up 10%, that was a lot. And so, and another thing that was brought up in the meeting from one of the Harvey guys, Mr. Harvey, and I apologize, I can never remember if it's Stacy or Steve. Who's the one that is the alderman? Steve is the alderman, so Stacy is the one that's not then. Okay. Anyways, he used to be one of the aldermen on the board at one point in time, and he brought up a great point too, saying that in the city of McMinnville, there is 53% of people that live in the city of McMinnville are renters, which when you hear that word, and this is not, I'm not trying to talk ugly when I say this, but when you hear the word renters, that means that they're on some type of fixed income. So if the city of McMinnville has 53% of renters, how are they going to afford another fee taxed on either too? And going back to Joe Schoolfield, he brought up a point saying maybe creating a tier system where there's 3 levels of where you lie. But I want to stress this a lot while I got you guys on here, is if the city votes this in and puts it and relies on the taxpayers, that we cannot apply for any grants that could potentially help the stormwater utility issue. Okay? So I ask you to make this on your radar. Put in your calendar, February the 24th. As far as to my knowledge, I think you guys should let them know if you're coming to the meeting or not, in case they need to move the meeting somewhere else. Because if not, then I am going to be like, this is very detrimental. Then I say, let's pack the room, let's pack the hallways, and let them know how concerned you guys are that live in the Warren County city area, or McMinnville City. I also do know this, another thing that brought up, and I know I'm backtracking, but I'm trying to remember all this at once. There are some people that live in the county that receive city water, because when things got rezoned and moved around, there's a lot of cross intersections. Good morning, Junior. There's a lot of cross intersections, and that's why now some people have city. I also do know, as we've brought this topic up since Tuesday, that I have got 3 people that are having sewer problems, because when they redid the zoning and the city had to refigure its water, they were putting the pipes through the septic tanks to get to the water areas, and it's messed up their whole thing. Yeah. I also know one of that's in my inner circle. I won't give their name. He is a renter, and his water bill this past month, for the month, okay, we're in February, for the month of January, and he lives in the city. It was $114. Yes, y'all stopped at the same time. Yes. On an average, people's water bills, from what I'm gathering all this information up, because one of the questions that I did ask last night, or I keep saying last night because I feel like it was then, and I want to make sure I read this question right off for you guys, because these are the questions that I brought up that night. Okay. Question 1 was, how will this proposed stormwater utility fee impact Warren County residents who receive city water service but live outside the city limits? Because that was a big one that was addressed to me. Number 2, I asked, will property owners have an appeal process if they believe their impervious surface assessment is incorrect or their runoff does not impact city systems. The third question that I came up with from everybody that was throwing them at me, is this fee expected to increase over time? And if so, what safeguards are in place to prevent excessive increase without public approval? So keep this in mind. If this passes, they can increase the fee without public approval. It could happen. Number 4, once implemented, what oversight or review process will exist to ensure the fee is fair, effective, and necessary? Number 5, because we all know this, there is nonprofit buildings here and things like that, like churches. So what type of buildings will be exempt from this? And lastly, because let me tell you, I don't say this, what I'm about to say, because somebody was like, Kelly, that's a spicy question. Before I tell you what this last question is, first and foremost, I want people to know that these people that we have elected on these boards are business owners, homeowners, renters, entrepreneurs, all that things. So again, you have to think about these questions, because this question was brought up to me not once, but 6 different times on Monday and Tuesday. And so this is how I wrote it up. I said, will any alderman who own multiple affected properties disclose how this fee impacts them personally, and has any consideration been given to a potential conflicts of interest? Because a lot of these people that are on the board, they do own properties. They are business owners, they're homeowners, they're renters, they're all these things. And if you guys that are watching today want to look up who owns what, just to get an idea, you can actually go on Tennessee Property Assessor.com, I think it's called. I got to look it back up, and type in individuals' names and find out what property they're tagged to, whether it's sole proprietor or if it is with other people. It is public knowledge. I don't want to say go on a manhunt and find this out, but before we pass something, let's get to know it's in depth. Let's do a database collections to see truly how bad is the stormwater here. How bad is it? I would like to know. Obviously, and my thing is, one thing that was brought up is to let us know about previous towns or counties that have had this issue, how they dealt with it. But also, too, I just think getting all the information, finding the data, talking about the locations that are like going back to what kind of Joe Schoolfield said, getting a list together of the, who's in the red zone as considered impervious surfaces to, what is it? Red, yellow, green, right? Green, yellow, red, right? Having a tier system and putting in these locations of where they're bad. And then let's figure something out. I personally, now I don't live in the city, and I don't own property in the city. But if this was something in the county as a taxpayer, I would want to know where these bad areas are. Because if it's something that's close to my area, then yeah, maybe I should pay it. But if there was already a department in place that is taking care of this, what are we not giving that department to help them to make sure that this situation doesn't happen? Or how much money do we need to help out that certain department to make sure that the stormwater utility is taken care of properly, instead of creating a new department? Because now you got 2 departments for water, but different situations. So I'm just saying, so if you guys are concerned, alarmed, you're for it, you're against it, you need to let your mayor and alderman know. Okay? because this, to my knowledge, since it didn't get voted on this past meeting, it's not technically the first reading of the proposal. So if it's on the agenda, the next meeting for mayor and aldermen is on February the 24th. I encourage you guys that live in the city limits, if you're a renter, a homeowner, a business owner, I even encourage people, veterans. We had a veteran come up that was public speaking that night and talked about he has lived here for 10 months and he moved down here because of these reasons right here. But as he's moved here, he's seen all these fees go up and things like that. And he is on a fixed income. He is. And I can't say how many years Mary and them can agree or disagree with me on this one. How many times have we heard that Warren County, you should retire here, retire here, retire here? And if we're branding off as people to come here and retire and live this amazing hallmark of a lifestyle, and then all of a sudden we're starting to tack on all these fees, yeah. You think about that, because that gentleman did say that if he knew that this is how it was going to lead into, he might have found somewhere else to go. And also, too, keep this in mind. People have been, I was about to cuss. People have been complaining that we don't have enough new businesses here in Warren County. But with that said, if we start taxing or adding more fees, what is that doing for the businesses that are looking at us? Okay? I'm just saying, it's things to think about. I would love to know some comments and concerns. We are going to take a break because I need a water. I've talked way too much already. And I need my Vanessa. I need my Brian this morning. But when we get back, we can talk a little bit more about it if you guys have questions to throw at me. Because between now and next week, leading into the meeting, which is again on February, hopefully it's on the agenda for February the 24th. I won't know until, I won't hear about it on the agenda until, let's say, the 19th or the 20th is when the agenda comes out for the second meeting for the mayor and alderman. And so, but I want y'all to get that in your calendar. I stress it enough. If you live in the city, if you live in the county and you get city water, you guys need to come and you need to speak up. Your voices need to be heard, because if you are watching this and sitting at home thinking, well, I don't get out that much, or I'm just going to say it. We find an excuse to stay at home, then your mayor and alderman and your county commissioners and all your elected officials are going to vote for the way they feel like, because of the representation of the community. So if this is something that's important and serious to you, you have to make it known. You have to speak. And I always say, be classy. You catch more bees with honey. Okay? Don't go up there and start yelling and hooting and hollering and go, well, let me tell you something. Okay? Just go up there, tell them the facts, tell them how much your water bill's been for the past 3 months, 6 months, whatever. Tell them how much you spent money. I challenge somebody to be like, how much your water bill was in a year. Look all that up. And I challenge you to take the time, do your due diligence, research, ask the questions, look it up. We will be sharing the website here on the show. So please, 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 please do your due diligence as we do here at Warren First 931. And remember, Warren County, keep it first.
People of this region for 53 years, and we are fully committed to the people and the communities that place their trust in us. McMinnville in Warren County is just one of the 9 counties that we serve. With 4 convenient branch locations, along with 7 ATM and ITM locations, you can be assured that Citizens Tri-County Bank is close by. Committed to you and committed to the communities we serve. It truly is what makes Citizens Tri-County Bank the only community bank you will ever need. Equal housing lender, member FDIC.
This is David Moore with Supreme Building Products. We've been your one-stop shopping center for lumber and building supplies since 1963. We're a family-owned business and operated and proudly served Warren County for over 50 years. At Supreme, it's not just about great prices, but it's about exceptional service. Our customers are what's always supreme. From lumber to roofing to plumbing and paint, we have everything you need to build your dream home from the ground up. Whether you're a contractor, a homeowner, or a weekend warrior, our knowledgeable staff is ready to assist you at our state-of-the-art drive-through lumberyard. Visit us, please, at the corner of Highway 70 and North Spring Street. There's something for everyone at Supreme Building Products, where quality and customers come first, and the coffee's always free. And always be sure to shop local. Call us, please, at 473-9564.
Where we say the customer's always supreme. Supreme Building Products. Your one-stop shop for all your building needs. From the showroom to the lumberyard, a builder's dream. Professional sales and a great location with your guaranteed satisfaction. Where we say the customer's always supreme. Supreme Building Products. Supreme Building Products.
Yeah. Out that way? Yes. I try my best. I can't wait to move in the new house though. Okay. Welcome back, Warren First 931. Keeping it real here at Juicy's Wellness and Cafe, as I say. I was told back in the day at the radio station that I needed to quit saying keeping it real because it was too old. Back in the day when I was working at the radio station, I'm like, this is Kelly Walker, keeping it real. They were like, you don't do, that's outdated. I was like, it's my thing. So, yeah, right. But right now in downtown McMinnville, with our community weather sponsors, which is, of course, Reddick Brown Ford. Right now it is 43 degrees. Today's high is going to be 50. Tonight's low is 29. With that wind coming through, it still feels like it might be in the 30s right now. But hopefully, it won't get too bad today. But partly cloudy conditions are expected around after 12 o'clock today. Wind gusts are up to 14 miles per hour. Still saying that there's a chance of showers on Saturday and Sunday. And tomorrow, it's going to be the high of 57. So, Friday, let's just preach that one good time. Now, going on, before I forget to mention, guys, this is Out and About at the Locations, your local voice. It has anything and everything I talk about on the show here. And again, I'm so excited about our Warren County wrestling team in the Region 4 tournament. They really outdid themselves. The Pioneer boys got finished runner-up, and the Lady Pioneers placed second as well overall. But 6 of those folks get to advance to the sectionals. So they're going to be going somewhere this weekend and next weekend. But if you want to read all the story about our Warren County Pioneers wrestling, that's on the front paper as well. And of course, because I only do one paper a week, if you're like, well, I never hear about, Warren County meetings and such. Well, let me tell you, if you got the paper on Monday when I handed them out, it actually had the public hearing right on the front. So you guys can know all about it and then some. In the next weeks, we're going to have an article about it itself. The other thing I always like showcasing and showing off to you guys is not just our amazing sponsors, but on Tuesday it was the Wear Orange Day. And so I dedicated a whole page to teen dating violence in orange to my girls at Families in Crisis because they do such a phenomenal job. Guys, they have been 35 years in. I was a part of the inception of that, working as the child advocacy person to the, oh my gosh, I done so much stuff over there. We were cross-training just about everything. And now to see Courtney and Christy that was there with me still going strong and keeping that shelter afloat and helping out all the different counties, not just Warren County, guys, but all the other counties as well. And to know that she has an amazing group of women on her staff that help her each and every day. I know she couldn't do it without them. And having Arden and them come on the show last week and talking about it. But don't forget, right now going on is the seniors are doing that prom package giveaway, okay? So you got to do a pledge at the box, and then you just fill out your name and put it in there. So make sure if you want to be a part of their prom package giveaway, do that as well. Let's see here. Also, going on, let's see, what's today? Well, another thing, in case you missed it, on February the 9th, this past Monday, they had a free class for the storm season. I didn't get to do that one, but I did the one before that, and it was very educational. So if you ever want to become one of my little storm spotters, be listening, because Skywarn does it, and it's called the Skywarn Spotter Class. Let's see, we got some comments. Good morning, Dakota Jones. Happy Thursday, everyone. Let's pray for Ronnie Adcock and the family and friends. He was a very good man. Yes, Cody sent that to me yesterday of his passing. I was so sad to hear that. And again, but we know that Ronnie is in a better place. And yes, we have put him on the prayer list for Friday's show. Of course, our prayer is sponsored by Living Word Fellowship. So again, thanks to them for being our sponsor for that and more. Another one of our amazing sponsors, because this morning I was like, man, I need a vacation because of all the stuff that's going on. And it's only the second month of the year, y'all. So if you don't like the cold weather winter that we may be getting because of that, Poxitani feel, guess what? You just call Wanderlust Travel Boutique Company. Winter what? Now, you can go on a cruise. Go find yourself some sun. You call Samantha and her crew, Kaylee and them, and they're going to hook you up with some fun in the sun. And you can call them at 615-900-0658, or email them at wanderlusttravelcotn@gmail.com. Currently, right now, the Royal Caribbean has a 60% off your second guest, and the kids sell free. That's on this side right here. And then Sandals has a winter blues sale going on right now. You can save up to anything from $1,650 to $1,500 on credit. It's like a 5-night stay, $150 on the spa. I mean, come on. Now, if you tell me that that's how I'm going to feel and look like when I go to Sandals, sign me up. And if my kids are not going to complain and they're going to be happy on this Royal Cruise here, sign me up. Just saying. But if you are wanting a local voice newspaper right now, we have so many sponsors for the page that now you can do a donation. You can scan. We do PayPal, Cash App, and good morning, and Venmo. You can scan the QR code up here, and then you can just pay me whatever you think is necessary for this amazing, all local, all the time, local voice. And again, these stories are from you guys. Literally, this story was from one of the moms keeping me informed. Love her to death. This one was an email I got from the city notifying me about the meeting. So again, all this, but you can purchase these and pick them up at Stacy's Wellness Pharmacy. Randall Walker Farms, Champion Chevrolet. They do have them in the waiting room area. The McMinnville Warren County Chamber of Commerce. They always call me if somebody needs one. Gateway Tire and Service Center. Cumberland Biscuit Company. Tops Frozen Yogurt and Metro Deli. Prater's Barbecue in Morrison. Reddick Brown Ford. Citizens Tri-County Bank. McMinnville Lawn and Garden. McMinnville Drug Center. Supreme Building Products. The Cafe at Tree City. Jay's Restaurant. Tammy's Market. Miss Tina at our coffee drive-thru, USA Gym, Juicy's Wellness and Cafe, also Collins River Barbecue, Depot Bottom, and The Hitch. So, again, and if you don't, want to buy it, but you want to follow us and you're like not tech savvy like I used to be, but now I'm like, I know all the ins and outs, guys. When you scan this QR code, it's going to take you to my tree link, and it's going to let you pick which one you got. So if you have Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, Spotify, Apple, Amazon, the website, anything, this is everything we're connected to. You can follow us on there. So again, if you're not a part of the local voice and you want to be, you can text me at 931-369-3050. We offer digital subscriptions and doorstop deliveries. Yes, you heard right. We are now delivering out in the Viola community area. So if you guys want to be a part of the Viola community drop, please let me know by texting me again at 931-369-3050 and text the keyword doorstop delivery. And then we'll get your address and everything and get you all rocking. But we do 52 copies each year. It's once a month, every Monday, Tuesday, or Wednesday, the newspapers get delivered out. And I say it like that now because depending on the holiday and also because of the when we have winter weather, sometimes the business is closed down and I can't print my stuff. So again, goals, hashtag goals. We want to say good morning to JC Petit. Good morning, Warren County. Good morning to him as well. We know that he's got some great deals going on at Jay's Restaurant, where if you want to get your their sweetheart deals, it's a 2 for 1 kind of a special. So make sure you check that out and more. Also, another one I want to just shout out to, Prater's Barbecue is doing a Valentine date night. Treat your Valentine to a delicious dinner at Prater's Barbecue Saturday, February the 14th from 5 p.m. to close. Your choice of 2. You get a half rack of rib dinner and a ribeye dinner, or you get to choose either or on that, or a prime rib for $48.99. This includes side salad, baked potatoes, tea, and lemonade and dessert. Dine in or carry out. You can give Prater's a call at 931-635-2259. We're going to take another quick break from a word from our sponsors, but when we come back, we're going to talk all things about the Community Hub calendar and all the stuff happening this Valentine's Day. If you have plans or you need to make plans, any of that, we are about to unload on you. Yes, Tina, prime rib. I'm already going to call my husband and say I know what we're doing for supper. But guys, I'll be right back with more info and then some. And remember, Warren County, keep it first.
If you're dining in or taking out, we've got something for everyone.
From our mouth-watering brisket, baby back ribs, juicy ribeye steaks, specialty sandwiches, and fried chicken tenders, your taste buds are in for a treat.
Don't forget our weekly specials. Monday, spaghetti or hamburger steak. Tuesday, meatloaf or barbecue chicken pork. Wednesday, pork loin or Salisbury steak. Thursday, smoked chicken halves or country fried steak. Friday, fried catfish or Cajun catfish on rice.
Whether you're feeding hundreds at a company picnic or meeting a friend for lunch, you can count on Prater's to satisfy your taste buds.
Call us at 635-2259 and taste the tradition at Prater's Barbecue. 30 years of excellence.
Welcome back, Warren First 931. I'm your host of the show, Kelly Walker Slaughter. We are live in Juicy's Wellness and Cafe, and we want to thank them for letting us be here each and every Thursday for our Juicy Thursdays. as we do save a lot of our hot topics on this day. But also, too, not to mention what a couple of things that are going on today. If you are a huge Frito chili cheese pie person like myself, well, guess what they're making today? You guessed it, a Frito chili cheese pie. So make sure you come and check that out. Enjoy that. You can also, if you just want the chili, because you feel a little chilly, you can also just ask that, just a side of chili with some cornbread. And let me tell you, either of those options, you will not go wrong. And then last but definitely not least, if you're a chocolate phobe like myself that loves brownies, and raise your hand if you eat the brownie mix batter. Me. They also are serving up as their dessert of choice today some brownies. And I also want to make a thought of this with it being Valentine's Day. If your sweetheart loves coming, wink, wink to my husband, to Juicy's Wellness and Cafe, a gift card is a great Valentine's Day gift, guys. For all you gentlemen that are last minute shoppers on flowers and candies and gifts, think about what your partner likes. For all you guys and gals that are always behind on getting your gifts, think about all the interests that they like. Where do you take them? What do they like to do on the alone time? Whatever. And then go to those locations, buy them a daggum gift card, and then they can get whatever they want. Because I'm horrible at shopping when it comes to buying stuff for my partner. Sorry, Chris, you know that already, so I don't have to, there's no line there. But one thing I do know that I always like getting is gift cards, because I want to make sure they get what they want. And I don't think nothing wrong with that. Okay? But make sure you check out Juicy's Wellness and Cafe for today's amazing specials and then some. And if you are fighting a cold or a flu or some nasal congestion and things going on right now in your life, come to Juicy's Wellness and Cafe and ask for a vampire slayer. Because you know why? It slays. But with that said, it's been a blast hanging out here today, but we have so many things going on. Valentine's Day is upon us. I want to share, this is another one of our amazing sponsors here at Warren First 931. Tops Frozen Yogurt and Metro Deli. Excuse me, as I got to put it back in. There you go. Tops Frozen Yogurt and Metro Deli is having what I think is the best. I've already told my husband, but in case he didn't get it, I'm buying my own bacon roses. These are sweet bacon roses. Look at that, y'all. Look at that. I am just going to keep, look at that. Look at that. I don't know how she's going to pull this off, but I'm telling you, if you want not flower roses this year, but you want some bacon roses that you can eat, call Matt and Anna at Tops Frozen Yogurt and Metro Deli. Place your order today for a half, I believe is what it's called, for a half a dozen of bacon roses. Call them at 474-8679 and get your bacon fix on. I've already made my order. I'm literally making sure I text her. Hey, I need 2 orders of the bacon roses. And from what I've been told, there might be some brown sugar up on those things. Yummy. Yummy. Yummy, 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 yummy. As I'm also looking at some Valentine's Day specials. Let's see. Let's look. Because I had to go from one to another. Let's see. Oh, look at that. Our good friends with the Upper Cumberland Weather is partnering up with Nissan. How does a $200 day dinner to any restaurant you want sound? Someone will win someone will win. It might be you. Full details are in the comments below. A winner is going to be announced tomorrow at noon. Okay, I love it. We're going to share that with you guys. Let's see. Another thing is, I always got to make sure they're in the Warren County community as well when I type this in. So the local on Morford, which is just here around the corner as well, they are doing a Valentine's Day there as well. We're offering a special Valentine's Day dinner for two on Friday the 13th and Saturday the 14th and Sunday the 15th. $100 per couple, so that's $50 per person. Dinner is reservation only after 4 p.m. We will be open on regular lunch services at 2:30. So essentially choose one appetizer, soup or salad, one entree, and one dessert to share. And they break it all down in the post. We are also going to share that to our Facebook page as well. If you are out there and you're a bargain shopper like myself, Valentine's Day, of course, is this Saturday. These are some restaurants that are doing food coupons and deals to save you money. First and foremost, if you're a huge Cheesecake Factory fan, they're doing a $10 dining credit with a $50 gift card, and that's going to go from now until February the 17th. If you're a Krispy Kreme donut fan, Valentine's Donut Collection, they're having that. McDonald's is doing as well free nugget caviar kits, and that was going to be on February the 10th. What is today? As I'm going through the dates. Oh, that was 2 days ago. Sorry, guys. I just saw this pop up. Outback Steakhouse is doing a 4-course meal, 2 for $65 in February. And Waffle House is doing Valentine's dinner reservations. Of course they are. Come on. So make sure you call Waffle House here and get your Valentine's dinner reservations set. Rock Island Market here in the Warren County community, they're doing a Valentine's Day special. It says choose one, 2 hamburger steaks or 2 child fish plates. It includes 2 baked potatoes or fries, 2 sides, 2 desserts, 2 drinks. Perfect for sharing for someone you love. And it's only $39.99. How awesome is that? Let's keep going. Where's this at? Begonia's Restaurant, which is also down here, is doing a special Valentine's Day menu. They have a starter, a salad, a main entree, and desserts. It says choose 1 starter, 2 salads, 2 entrees, and 1 dessert for $130. Perfect for sharing, lingering, and making a night of it. Available for Friday night on the 13th and Saturday for the 14th. Reservations are recommended. So please, please, please. As now I gotta go. Can I share it this way? Yes, I can. And we'll talk about this again tomorrow as well for the show. Let's see. So there is a place in Woodbury called Rustic Grounds. Now, I've not heard of this, but they are doing, it's almost here. Let's see. I'm reading it through. They say, let's see, join us for an intimate candlelight evening designed for romance, connection, and unforgettable food. The exclusive 4-course dining experience brings together the cozy charm of Rustic Grounds and the savory craftsmanship of Smokehouse 64 for one special night only. Smokehouse 64 will prepare the evening's savory courses, and the Rustic Grounds will end the night with a handcrafted, made-from-scratch dessert created just for this occasion. So it's going to be at the Rustic Grounds from 4 p.m. to 9 p.m. They do have reservations. A $10 per guest retainer is required to secure your seat. And that is all it's saying. So there you go. I'm looking at other stuff. Oh, this is neat. Okay, so I follow this page called Mommy Deals. It's freebies and deals that are on February the 14th, and I am going to share this one with you guys, the visual aid, because I'm all about saving when I can. So what you see in front of me, this is from a link I follow. It's called Mama Deals, Valentine's Day's freebies and deals, free food, gifts, and BOGO on that day. So if you live, that you're watching this and you live next to a Target, or go to a Target this weekend, Valentine's Sweet Treat giveaway from 12 to 4 p.m. Lowe's is doing free wooden rose bouquet in store at 10 a.m. If you live close to an IKEA, free, it looks like whatever collection limited on the totes. At JCPenney's, we don't have one anymore, but if you know where one is, free 1.5 carat lab crown diamond necklace when your old jewelry from your ex. Denny's has something. Look, this has all cute stuff. Dairy Queen's got a 2 for $6 Valentine's Day cupcake dessert. So, boom. I'm trying to look at anything else. But yeah, I follow the Mama's Deals all the time. And you should too if you want to get a great deal on some stuff during the holidays. It's always a good time. Always, always. And yes, I am so sorry, Vanessa. I hope that you are healing good. I can't wait to call you later and let me know how you are doing, or text me and let me know how you're doing. I hate that she missed the show this morning. We will get her back on, hopefully tomorrow or maybe sometime next week, because she, just like I, am a concerned citizen when it comes to the store with anything that comes here to Warren County. And it was brought up to our attention because, we have some things that we are involved with the city stuff. But she is just so amazing, be a concerned citizen and letting the community know, as well as I do, of things that are going on that you guys need to be aware of. So again, Vanessa, we did kind of already talk about that issue with the stormwater utility fee to the best of my knowledge as of right now. But we will hopefully get more in depth in these upcoming days of discussion. But yeah, so again, mark in your calendar while I got some people watching. February the 24th, tentatively. I don't know until the 19th or the 20th if it's going to be in the agenda. But if it is in the agenda, the next meeting for mayor and alderman is going to be on February the 24th. And just to keep people in mind that if that's where the meeting's going to be that talks about the water, the stormwater utility fee, that room can only facilitate 49 people at one time. It's a fire hazard. So if you can still come, we would appreciate you, if you're a concerned citizen like myself, to come and get in those hallways and just, to make sure. And we will rotate out, y'all. And I hope that they also let more public opinion come in as well if there's an overcrowd, because I do feel like that they're going to need a bigger space, because this is a very concerning thing going on in the Warren County city limits of McMinnville. Oh, okay. Another thing that is very important while we're on the show. Yeah, there's so many things going on. I'm going to share you guys the community calendar hub. We did revert back to the old way of how it looked because it was becoming a lot again. So today is February the 12th. So as I'm scrolling up, these are currently the dates that I am receiving. And I want to make sure that I remove as I'm talking with you guys. No. Where's it at? Anyways, so as of today at Smooth Rapids, they're hosting their Brain Blast going on February the 12th. And then, of course, don't forget, tomorrow night is a night to sparkle. Three Rivers Baptist Church is hosting it. You can actually literally click, watch. if you are a part of this calendar, we're starting to add links. So if you want to go to the link of where this event is, you can do that. And once you click on it, it goes right to the event and tells you more details. You can sign up, as you can see right here. Make sure you guys can see it. Yeah, now you can see it. I apologize. I always got to make sure when I click on that, you guys can see it. But with that said, once you click on that link from the community calendar that I've created, you're going to see all this information that you need to fill out and then some. Okay. But going back to the community calendar now. So tonight, as far as we know, there's no meeting going on because I always double check all the time with our county meetings. With that being said, and I want to make sure I'm not off. Yep. So I'm still good. So there's no Warren County meetings going on with our county commissioners. To my knowledge, there's also no city meetings that are going on tonight as well. Because they would be in this on top of everything else. Because I want everybody to know what is going on in Warren County, because there's so many things that do go on each night. Another event that is going on tomorrow night, Always Loretta, Emily Portman, and the Coal Miners at 7 p.m. at the Park Theater. Tomorrow night with Caring Hearts United, the NHC Healthcare in McMinnville. I love this. It's the bake and gift sale that they do at NHC in the lobby from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. That is going to be going on tomorrow night. Also tomorrow night at 231 Northgate Drive, they are hosting Friday the 13th and Valentine's event over there in that area. So make sure you check that out. Simply Socials. It's its inaugural 50-plus gathering. It's at 6 p.m. and it's through the Simple Socials. We will get more details on that tomorrow so we can let you know exactly where that's at. On February the 14th, the Morrison Rutan is kicking off their softball signups at the Morrison Rutan building at 10 a.m. to 12 p.m. Also, though, what's going on tomorrow night, the Sweetheart Dance with Covenant Academy is going to be held at Bridgestone Learning Center. You can click on that link to get more details. At 2645 Faulkner Springs Road, the Mad Hatter Tea Party will also be in effect, as well as the Little Galentine's Spa Party at 2 p.m. at 516 Sunnyside Heights. And then, of course, our good friends at Barren Fork Brews, which I don't care to put that in. Okay. They're located, of course, at 211 West Colville Street. They're having their Cheapskate Valentine's Date dinner at 4 p.m. You can get more details on that as well if you go to Barren Fork Brews Facebook page. On February the 15th, this Sunday, the day after Valentine's Day, make plans. If you have not been checked out the World Outreach Church, they're doing a big event called Make the Kingdom Crowded. You can click on this link below again, and it goes right directly to the World Outreach information. This is a Tennessee Turning Point USA event that they are going to be hosting. You can scan this QR code or be live present at the Murfreesboro location at the World Outreach Center. They are honored to be the host site for Turning Point USA's faith called Make Heaven Crowded Tour. This nationwide tour is a gospel-centered gathering that calls people to repentance, faith, and bold obedience to Jesus. And it's going to be from 6:30 to 8:30. And of course, this is going to be located at the World Outreach Church, the Three Crosses Sanctuary. The live stream, if you can't attend in person, you can join the live stream as well by clicking right there. Register today and then some. Going back, also some good friends of ours in the Sparta community area. It's the 2026 Plainview Children's Church Ministry Bowling Night at 4 p.m. We also have, and I want to make sure I tell you guys right. All right, so Coach Matheny with the Warren County Middle School wrestling team, they are going to be hosting at the Milner Recreation Center this Sunday. It all starts at 9:30 in the morning. It's going to be the TNAAU Region 2 Championship. There's going to be anything from, I think they said, oh my gosh, like, I can't remember how many he said now because I've slept since then, but it was either 10 to 13 different types of teams are going to be there, or over 350 teams, or up to 350 wrestling teams. But that is going to be this Sunday at the Milner Recreation Center. We are going to be there live. We're going to videotape that from beginning to end. If you cannot make it, we're going to be doing updates on live reports and more. But again, they are going to have tots and juniors. They're going to have baton and midget classes. They're going to have middle school age groups. So again, if you don't know where the Milner Recreation Center is, that is located at 500 Garfield Street in McMinnville. And the event is going to start at 9:30 in the morning. Okay. And of course, on February 16th, a lot of government-led buildings will be shut down on that day. It is President's Day, so there's going to be no school on Monday, and there's probably going to be a lot of government buildings closed as well on Monday. And normally, the Warren County Full Board Commissions meeting is on that Monday. But because of President's Day, it gets bumped up to February the 17th. And so with that said, these are the meetings that we know of that's happening on the 17th. We got the IDB board with McMinnville, Warren County at 4:30 at the Chamber of Commerce building, followed by the 6:30 meeting with the full court of the county commissioners. And that's going to be live with at the Warren County Administrative Building courtroom area. Also on Tuesday night is another Brain Blast Singo. It's a bingo and a singo form at 7 p.m. at Smooth Rapids. We have actually now, I can officially say, I have been to one, and they are pretty amazing. You get a sheet of paper just like this with 2 bingo cards on it, and they have songs on it. And the girl just keeps playing these songs, and you just keep hitting the dots until you get a bingo. And she'll tell you, like, if we're doing, like, cross, diagonal, whatever. And it's pretty fun. It's awesome. Going on February 18th through the 20th, we got the Covenant Academy Consignment Spring Sale going on. And we're going to have some ladies in on next week's show on Monday. I can't remember if it's Monday or Tuesday. We're going to have Jenny and Alicia come in and talk to us. Or no, Elise and Jenny come in and talk to us about their upcoming sale. On February the 19th, the McMinnville Special Games volunteer meeting is coming up, located at 225 Garfield Street at 5:30. So make plans for that. And as you can see, I'm just going to scroll. This is what we have so far in the month of February. Now look at this right here. I'm going to zoom in as we're getting close to the end. This is the dates for February the 21st. As of right now, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 events going on. 5 events, guys. And I'm going to delete that because that is doubled up. Okay, right there. So we alone on February. And I encourage you guys, if you know somebody that is hosting an event of any kind, whether it's nonprofit or whatnot, let us know about it, because we are getting calls on a daily now from other nonprofits that are like, hey, what does April or May look like on this community calendar? Because they want to start scheduling their dates in on this. Okay. So, but again, the Diary of Wimpy Kids coming up. Can't wait for that. Morrison Rutan, more of that. And then look, and here's March. I'll back up a little bit on that one. See, March the 2nd, we got a lot of meetings going on. March 3rd, March 5th, 6th, 7th. It just keeps on and on and on. And I do know as of right now, which I'm going to have to call him up and get him on this. So these are all there. April is starting to fill up. As you can see, we just went through March. There's not a lot going on in March as of right now, but here you go. And then as we go through April, there's those dates. And then you go through May. We are getting dates all the way up to the end of the year, guys, end of December. So if you have an event, look, there's the Warren County A&L Fair. I already know the dates for that. So again, get your dates in. Be prevalent or be persistent. Get in on it. Get your dates in. If you have an event that's coming up that you would like to know if any other events are happening, you are welcome to call or text me at 931-369-3050. We would love to get the information out there if you're hosting any type of event that is going on. Yes, the Children's Museum is having a town hall meeting coming up in March. But also, Lori was saying the Children's is having a children's staying at the library on February 21st, I'm pretty sure. I will double check that, Miss Lori, but thank you for letting me know. And Miss Tina from Our Coffee, Saturday only, she said Valentine's coffee special. Grab any two 24-ounce coffee drinks for just $9 plus tax. That could be an iced latte, the frappes, the cold brews, the his and her matches, the besties, the work wives. You pick your flavors and we'll make it dreamy. Because the only thing better than coffee is sharing. Sharing is caring, I agree. Okay. Well, with that, guys, it is time for me to bounce. I am hungry. I am going to get my Frito chili cheese pie on with my juice. I will also take pictures of it to let you know how delicioso it is. But guys, I've enjoyed hanging out here at Juicy's Wellness and Cafe. I hope you have as well. We went over a lot of important dates. If you have an important date that you would like to get on our community calendar hub, please let me know by calling or texting me at 931-369-3050. We are getting dates in by the minute. And so I'm trying to add it as we go through. But other than that, take care. God bless. Enjoy the rest of your day. And remember, Warren County, you can either choose to be a blessing or a curse. And keep it first.